Okay, hello students. This video we are going to focus on questions that have come from the other areas than the biotechnology, space technology and information technology that we are going to focus on here. So we have seen a couple of questions that had come from the defense part as well, and if you look into this 2018 question, the question asked about what is a terminal altitude area defense or THAAD system, sometimes seen in the news. So in the past, I'm not sure if you have probably followed this, that US, this is anti-ballistic defense system, and we are considering S-400. So USA offered to buy THAAD from them. So this is why it was in the news. So this THAAD system is not an Israeli radar system. So it is not an indigenously developed system, because indigenously we developed PAD, Prithvi Air Defense System, for example, and other advanced air defense systems. So it is not correct, and it is not a collaboration between Japan and South Korea, but it is an American anti-missile system, anti-ballistic missile system. So being familiar about some of these new developments, which we are already seeing many of these already in the news like exams too. So focus on those type of questions for the coming up exams. So next question, also from the defense, which one of the following is the best description of INS Astradharini? If you really understand the term itself, you should be able to answer this. Astradharini, which was in the news recently. So it's an easier question and a guessable question. Is it a warfare ship? Astradharini, is it a warfare ship? So it is not an amphibious warfare ships. It is neither a nuclear powered submarine that we talk about. So it is not a nuclear powered aircraft carrier. It is, as the name says, Astras, it carries missiles. So torpedoes are underwater missiles that we talk about, which are torpedoes. They are torpedo launchable and they also recover these missiles. So torpedo launch and recovery vessel it is called. So INS Astradharini was actually inducted in 2015 October. That so current affairs part. From current affairs part they asked in 2016. So next one was to do with 3D printing technology. Some again a revolutionary technology that we are seeing as part of fourth industrial revolution, and they are asking straightforward here, what are the applications of 3D printing technology? Do you use it in confectionery items? Some people do get confused. In baking, within a great designs that people want, like a frozen design or a cartoon character, we can actually 3D print them by using right material. And manufacturing of bionic ears, so it's like biology and electronics that come together. Yes, 3D printing technology had been used in creating eyes, bionic ears, bionic body parts. So this was already seen in the news many times. And automotive industry also use parts that are printed using 3D printing technology and assembling them. And reconstructive surgeries, yes, surgeries have been practiced, like for example in Dubai they practice some surgeries, complex surgeries can be practiced first by taking dimensions from the patient itself and then perform real experiment, increasing the success rate of the surgery. And also data processing technology is something that it is unclear whether it is clearly used for that. But if you look into the options, if you play with the options, you have, if you choose first 1, 2, 3, 4, there is only one option where we have all of these together with 5. So option D seems to be the right one here. So next question is, in the context of solving pollution problems, what is or are the advantages or disadvantages of bioremediation techniques? So bioremediation we have been hearing as an application of biotechnology. So they asked a question related to this part in the past. So what we are noticing here is looking into the some of the features, either advantage or disadvantage related to bioremediation here. So it's a technique for cleaning up pollution by enhancing the same biodegradation process that occurs in nature. So are we mimicking what is in nature already? Yes, there is indeed the case. We are using microorganisms and they have certain abilities they perform in nature. We are utilizing those, we are exploring those things in specifically designed biodegradation process. So this is indeed correct. Next, any contaminant with heavy metals such as cadmium, lead can be readily and completely treated by bioremediation using microorganisms. They are efficient, but they are not that efficient to readily remove them or clean them, and they may not completely remove the contaminant as well. So this is a little overstatement related to what they can do. So this statement is not correct. And next we see genetic engineering can be used to create microorganisms specifically designed for bioremediation. Can we use GMOs for bioremediation? Indeed, that is correct. Natural microorganisms and genetically modified organisms can be used, but they may not completely remove it. So statements 1 and 3 are correct. So option C, 1 and 3 is the correct answer to this. Next, UPSC 2017 question is this. So which of the following are the objectives of National Nutrition Mission? It's very important that you actually follow the current programs that Indian government has and what are the key features of them. This is one a very very important program introduced by Indian government. So National Nutrition Mission. So they're asking about the statements related to that and which of the objectives are correct here. So first and foremost, to create awareness relating to malnutrition in the public, among pregnant girls especially, and also lactating mothers. Is that correct? Yes, this is a focus group that we notice here. Along with to reduce the incidence of anemia, reducing anemia among youngsters and also adults and girls and women. So these two are the most important objectives of this mission. And the third statement says to promote the consumption of millets, coarse cereals, and unpolished rice. So they were not specifically talking about any of these things as part of the objectives of this program, and not even to promote the consumption of poultry eggs. They said, yes, there are certain components that they have to use, and by converging many programs we already had in the past. So first two statements are correct here. So option A is the right answer, 1 and 2 only. Moving on to the next question. So this is also a question that is something to do with the policies and rules that we have. So it's 2017 question here. So this is something to do with the National Intellectual Property Rights, IPR policy that they're talking about here. So considering the following statements, it was introduced a year before that, so very much important. It was current topic at that time. So they asked whether this policy that we introduced reiterates India's commitment to Doha Development Agenda and TRIPS agreements. So this is very important to look into the related programs that we have at the international levels. Indeed, both are correct because they wanted more free trade, Doha Development program for that, and we of course our policies as with the TRIPS agreement. And then the Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion is a nodal agency, is the DIP we talk about. Our Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion is the nodal agency of regulating intellectual property rights. If you read the PIB, they talk about this is indeed being the nodal agency for it. So both 1 and 2 are correct here. So option C is the correct answer. So what we are noticing here, we are actually noticing the questions either related to policy framework, their objectives, and whether they fall into the international the laws or rules or policies that are in place already. So what is the asked about? They're asking about your understanding on techniques that are being seen in use, like bioremediation techniques, 3D printing. Some questions are straightforward applications. Some of them you may not understand clearly, but playing with the options would really help you. INS Astradharini, as I said, straightforward question, was in the news. One could answer. Third was also in the news. So some of those topics are very important. Hope this information really helped you to understand where to focus. So I will come up with few more videos and to talk to you about questions that had come in the exam and what areas are indeed important for us for the exam. Okay.